Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Hunter's emails, his laptop were always genuine. We know this now because they're filing lawsuits. Hunter is to try to go after those who've revealed his emails. So the laptop repairman, I believe Giuliani, and others. The hilarious thing about all of this is in doing so, he has categorically stated to the world that his emails, the contents of the laptop, so potentially repackaged, classified data, according to Ted Cruz, Chuck Grassley, Ron Johnson, and James Comer and Jim Jordan. So the big problem here that Joe Biden faces is that both face felony convictions for emails that could potentially have been rewritten or cut and pasted or a Cliff Notes version of classified documents. So they had a basically they were running a consulting and uh, business they were facilitating business deals around the world. And part of getting those business deals done and being a conduit or middleman between, or a broker, let's say, between different actors and businesses and corporations and individuals throughout the world was providing information that nobody else had. These emails within the laptop are not just about him and his activities in life. Whether they're embarrassing or not is irrelevant to me or to you or to anyone else. I'm not, obviously, you don't want to live your life that way. Well, part of what he was doing was also criminal, also. But anyway, I'm not making a moral judgment, although you definitely don't want to live your life that way. What I'm saying is they had emails that could lead to felony convictions. There are serious legal statutes pertaining to graft and potential bribery, and also classified data, and also not just mishandling classified data, but sharing it or selling it. So he didn't sell, they didn't sell classified data the way Aldrich Ames or Robert Hansen or John Anthony Walker did. They didn't sell classified data to the Soviets, for example, and then get money, or to anyone else. The big issue that not a lot of people are talking about, but it's in the New York Post. This is a New York Post article, by the way. Hunter finally admits infamous laptop is his as he pleads for criminal probe. The big issue is the mishandling of classified data that could have resulted, or that could have found its way into Biden's laptop and his business deals. Because he wrote emails, according to Ted Cruz, and Ted Cruz spoke to Maria Bartiromo on Fox News the other day. But Ron Johnson, Chuck Grassley, a whole bunch of Republicans have said, wait a second, your emails look and sound exactly like classified data that Biden mishandled. So that's a huge, huge problem. And that's not just impeachment, that's also criminal case. Hit subscribe, by the way, to this channel. I had 2 live streams yesterday. I'm building this channel. We'll have 2 live streams today as well. I'm not exactly sure what times, but every morning at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific, be here on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, in the morning. I'll have videos, and then later in the day, I'll have 2 live streams and probably another video, somewhere in there. And then go to H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. I have 2 videos there at 9 p.m. and 12 p.m. I'm building that channel also. Um, Please go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Also, and if you want to support my work long term, my Patreon is below. Become a member of the channel. To my super thanks, that's below next to the like and the share buttons. And go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications. So this is really interesting because 51 intelligence officials said that they thought that this could have been an operation by the Kremlin to reveal all this terrible information about Democrats. So every time there's the truth about the Democratic Party, Bernie Sanders being railroaded, the DNC emails. Oh my God, it was a plot by the Kremlin to inform you of how bad Democrats were. And 2 years ago, right before a decision that everyone needed information to decide upon, or I should say, undecided voters needed this information. What happens? The New York Post is suspended. It's suspended because Twitter was an extension of the Democratic Party, and we know from the Twitter files, we know that from the Twitter files that they worked with Twitter officials worked with government agencies and Democratic Congress people to silence this story. All they needed was a pretext. So then you get intelligence. Interesting how intelligence always sides with Democrats. But when intelligence doesn't side with Democrats, for example, Richard Grenell and John Radcliffe said categorically, nah, the laptop is real and it's genuine. The emails were genuine. This was 2 years ago they said this. Well, suddenly 51 former Intel people say, oh, well, you know what? You should suspend the New York Post because we think this was a plot by another country to influence Americans to voting for Trump because the truth about the Democratic Party will make you vote for Trump. Don't you understand? That's what's called intelligence. And John Brennan stated, I don't do evidence, I do intelligence. So intelligence is not evidence. It's not even a synonym for evidence. It is completely, it's just could be fabricated. It could be conjured up, made up. It could be just the hunch or the guess of people who are operative, Democratic operatives in this case, of the past couple of years, at least past 5 years, 6 years or so. So you have a situation, ladies, 7, 8 years. You have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where all of this is coming to the following conclusion. Trump will very likely be, and I'm voting for Trump at 24. I support President Trump. I think he's fantastic in many ways. The fact that the morally superior think he's, a lunatic, oh my God. These are the same people who have run this country into the ground so much so we're 90 seconds to midnight. There was 2 years of Biden and Democrats in the House and the Senate, and now we're 90 seconds to midnight. And they're the ones who go after Trump and say, oh my God, Trump. We are closer to the end of the planet, according to the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, than any time else, than ever. There's never been a time where we've been closer to midnight or closer to the end of the planet. Armageddon. And so that's what you get when the adults are in charge. Of course, every topic that they obsess over, whether it's the past couple of years with you know what, or Trump Russia, or we see what's taking place now in Europe, they've been wrong, dreadfully wrong. Clinton winning in a landslide, dreadfully, dreadfully wrong. Now we have inflation through the roof. Real wages are down substantially. There's an invasion in Europe. Taiwan, who knows what's going to happen there. And that looks like an invasion is imminent. And so you have all of these catastrophes in Biden's president. So be careful what you wish for. But then again, you're talking about people who pontificate about morality and give Hunter a free pass and Joe and Bill and Hillary. So they shouldn't be taken seriously, the morally superior among us. Like I said, I always say, though, God bless you, Democrat, Republican. I wish you only the best 2023 happiness, joy, success, a prosperous year this year and beyond. I'm not into tribalism, but I do come with a distinct viewpoint. That being said, the morally superior among us are going to face impeachment. So Biden will face impeachment. I think he could very likely resign because these are criminal statutes that he's broken. He is involved within these business deals. He is not only involved, he could be involved in the classified data ending up on Hunter's computer, which, according to Ted Cruz, happened. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel and others to actually happen. Give me your thoughts below. Be here at throughout the day. We're gonna have 2 live streams, and go to H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. Thanks, everybody.